Hi everyone, it's Serene with the House of Yum, and today I'm showing you how I make homemade Mexican rice. This rice comes out incredibly fluffy and so flavorful. If you follow this recipe step by step and you listen to all the directions and do all the tiny little tips and tricks along the way, you're going to end up with the fluffiest, most flavorful Mexican rice you've ever had, which makes this the perfect side dish for all of your favorite Mexican or Tex Mex meals. To start, let's heat 1 tablespoon of oil in our large skillet. Once the oil is heated, we can add 1 cup of long grain white rice. Stir it around until the rice is completely coated with the oil. And this is the point where you can add any extras that you're wanting to add. I'm going to add some large chunks of onion to mine for the flavor, and they're big enough that I can pick them out later. Stir this around and let it cook. You'll notice that the rice is starting to turn really white, and we want to keep cooking until our rice starts to look toasted. You can see little brown specks in here. And now we add the water. Since we're making 1 cup of rice, we're adding 2 cups of water. Make sure at this point you still have your heat on medium-high. And now we can add our seasoning. I'm going to be using 2 teaspoons of the chicken bouillon, followed by 2 teaspoons of the tomato bouillon. Go ahead and whisk that all together so that all of the rice gets coated in that wonderful seasoning. And now we want to bring this mixture to a boil. Let the rice boil for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we will cover it with a lid and turn our heat to low. And now that the rice has been boiling, I'm going to place the lid on, and I'm going to keep the lid on. I'm not going to remove it while this rice is cooking. Once the lid is on, turn the heat down to low, and we're going to let the rice cook for about 20 minutes undisturbed. Once it's been cooking, I'm going to jiggle the lid here so I can see through. That's why I love this glass lid. So I can see the rice, and I can see that there's no liquid left. I'm going to turn the heat off. And I'm still going to leave the lid on. I'm going to let the rice sit for another 10 minutes. Once that's done, then I can take the lid off and we can behold this beautiful Mexican rice. Go ahead and stir it and fluff it up at this point. And that's it. Simple ingredients, but it all comes down to the method. So again, you want to make sure that you are cooking your rice until it gets toasted. You're going to add twice the amount of liquid as you use rice. You want to keep the heat medium-high while you add the liquid in. Bring that to a boil and let the rice cook for a few minutes. Put the lid on, turn the heat to low, and let it sit and cook for 20 minutes undisturbed. Do not lift the lid. Once that 20 minutes has passed, give it a little peek through the lid. Don't open it. Make sure all the liquid is gone. Turn the heat off. Keep the lid on. Let it cool for about 10 minutes, and then you can fluff it up. I guarantee this will make you the best, fluffiest rice ever. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the little bell icon so you get notifications whenever I put up a new recipe.